Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Mouse Ears and Magical Chats. I love that I open my mouth and Jess starts laughing.
No, I make faces while the countdown is on my screen. I make faces at myself because it's very unnatural to look at my own face.
I get it.
Here it
I get
is.
it.
To look at my face.
I
No,
turn that self view off on my Zoom meetings. I do not look at myself.
really?
Yeah.
Those ears, are those Mary Beth ears?
They are, in fact, poison apple blonde ears.
Love those.
I made them for her cruise.
Really reminds me that I need to jump onto your Etsy store because it's been a little while since I've looked. And
I know.
with
I know.
Christmas coming up, it's like such a great time. Like, especially if you're listening to this and you're going to Disney, like you could get ears to that's perfect. Like everyone's always asking me, and I know this is totally just like off topic we weren't talking about, but like people are always asking me, like,
I
what
don't
can I
mind.
put in a box if I'm giving Disney for Christmas? Like, get some ears. Get Mary
Uh,
Beth. She can make you customized
yes.
ones.
And they are very
Um,
comfortable. They really,
They
like,
are.
honestly
I
are.
like them.
They don't pinch as hard as I forgot I didn't put ears on. It's just been a long day. So
No, I get it. I did get excited. I got my so
but
forever
I
ago. I
do
put
have a puppy in my lap.
well,
Say hi. Say
hey,
book with
Pepper.
mommy. Say subscribe. Okay, he's going back to bed.
Yes.
He just is
Or
always in
just
my
like
lap when I'm
Jess,
at my computer.
smash that button. That's what she likes to say.
Smash that
Anyway,
like button.
yes, check them out. I love those. Are those sand dollars?
Is that
Yeah.
what they're
Or
called?
starfish?
No, starfish.
Starfish, yeah.
Starfish.
I
Yes,
love
$10 on
those.
round ones.
Those are
And this
actually perfect for a cruise or Olani. Do they have
beautiful
do they
bow.
have starfish and
Hilton
I don't
Head.
know.
If you
Oh
go
yeah,
to Disney's
Hilton
Hilton Head,
Head.
yeah, there you go. These would be wonderful. So many uses.
I know, right?
It's girl math. You're actually saving money if you go because you already have the ears.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're supporting a small business. Yay.
Exactly.
I got my first mystery box order. I had put on a mystery box years ago just because
Well,
I was
that's cool.
I could throw in any ear. And so I just got my first one and I'm gonna add in some extra goodies into my mystery boxes. So I'm excited.
That's fun.
Yeah. But what we are here to talk about today is Jess's Disney cruise adventure. Today, though, we were going to talk about her embarkation, cruise ship itself, and then a different episode we'll talk about the ports she went to. But we noticed a lot of people really like to know about that stuff because logistics, right? We're Disney people. We love logistics.
I love logistics.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite.
So, Jess, start from the beginning. Tell us about your planning process and where the cruise ship and where you went out of, things like that.
Yeah, this is our August. It was late August of 2025. We did a 4-night on the Dream. And so this is a sister ship of the Fantasy, which I was on in July. And that was really cool because they're so similar, but there are things that are different about them. But my 2 cruises could not be more, I don't know, I feel like I have a complete set because the July cruise I booked at the very last minute. And this one I booked on opening day way back in March of 2024, I want to say, when the sailing first went on sale. Yeah, and it was my family, so my husband, our 2 kids who are 10 and she was 5 on the cruise. She turned 6 right after this cruise. It was their first cruise and our first family cruise. So we were on the Dream. It was wonderful. We went out of Fort Lauderdale. Out of Port Everglades. And that was interesting. We flew into Fort Lauderdale and we were there 2 days. We got there the night of 2 days before Embarkation Day. So we had a full day in Fort Lauderdale the day before our cruise. And then we boarded the ship on a Monday morning.
What'd you think of Fort
And
Lauderdale?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What did you think about Fort Lauderdale?
Down there. I've been decidedly Central Florida girl for all these. And we've been to Cape Canaveral, like, I've been to
Mhm.
Port Canaveral, like, I've seen the port, I haven't sailed out of there, but we've been down there a number of times, and so I don't know why we ended up just this was the cruise that spoke to me, I guess, when I booked it, I don't know.
You had
But
a
it's
really good
funny that
price
we booked
though,
out of there.
because I
What?
remember you it was a really good price, I think. I remember when you were looking, because you
Well,
had
opening day is the way to go, it's pretty great, and, oh, you know why I picked this one too? I wanted to do a sailing that went to, this is when back in mid-2024, I can't even remember, Jenny, was Lighthouse Point open? Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point was, like, not even quite open yet, I wanna
Maybe
s no, it
not.
wasn't open yet, but it was, like, all of the promo stuff was going on, and this sailing went to both Castaway and Lookout Key, so it went to the 2 Disney private destinations and nowhere else, and that felt like a really good first cruise to me. Like, I think that was the more I think about it, that was the thing. It was a 4 night, so it felt, like, long enough to kind of get a feel for the ship and, like, be comfortable and see how we did, but not so long that if we realized cruising really wasn't for us, if
Yeah.
somebody was sick or whatever, like, it would be too long, we're stuck there. So 4 nights felt pretty good, and it only went to those Disney destinations, so it felt very all-inclusive to me and, like, not a ton of planning. We didn't have to add port adventures, we didn't need to do a ton of research about the ports, and we would just kind of be in the Disney bubble the whole time and get to hit both of those spots and kind of compare them, and I love that, and such an opposite experience from when I was on the Fantasy, and, like, our ports were, cities in Europe, and it was like, "You quick, research this, like, at the last minute,
yeah.
figure out what you're doing, book excursions," and all that stuff. This was super relaxing, and, yeah, I could talk a lot about Castaway and Lookout, but I will save that a little bit, but that's why I booked this one, and, yeah, it was a pretty good price. We had a deluxe family ocean view balcony veranda room, and so we had also at the time, I didn't know if either of my kids would sleep on that upper berth top bunk that flips down, so this room would sleep 5, but we were 4, and what that meant is we had 2, like, lower beds. We had the regular bed, and then we had the couch that becomes a single bed, and then the upper berth that's like a top bunk, and the bed that flips down closest to the veranda. So, like, if one of my kid if neither of my kids wanted to sleep on the top bunk, because you never know, kids change
You
so
don't
much.
know.
It was a year and a half from when I booked this thing until we were sailing, like, I don't know, my kids will decide they just don't do top bunks, like, so we had options, but they did end up using the top bunk, but we ended up somebody slept in each of those beds at some point on this trip, like, just because. It was a great room for us, and we didn't need all those beds. We could have done
Do you
a
feel like it was big enough for 4 people?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's one thing I kinda wish Jason was here because he said that. He said, "This room feels better than I think the 4 night also was a lot about his comfort level and, like, not pushing to not trying to do, like, a 7 or a 12 night or something with him, just kind of trying it out, and he was really impressed with the storage in the room, just the
Mhm.
design. We had a whole cupboard that we realized, like, 2 days in that we hadn't even put anything in. We were very and we're unpackers. I love to, like, get in a room and unpack immediately and get set up. I put all my hooks on the wall, I hang all the things, I love it because I wanna settle in and, like, not feel like I'm in a suitcase. That reminds me of
Mhm.
having to leave. So
That makes me remember just a quick pause on the room. Like, you getting ready to go, I remember you were talking about doing, the fish extenders.
oh, yeah,
I was hoping you could tell people about that adventure. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. I'm only shaking my head because I don't know, I think because I had so long from when we booked this, I mean, a year and a half is, like, a long time to do all the prep, and every trip I take, I get to the last week before my trip, and I'm like, "I'm not ready, I don't have enough time." Every single time. Like, I don't know. So I had signed up for fish extenders. Disney Cruises and other cruises too, but Disney Cruises have private Facebook groups. Somebody creates a Facebook group for every sailing. So if you're ever sailing Disney Cruise Line and you're on Facebook, you can go on, search your date, search your ship, and join your cruise group, and then you're on a group with people who will be on the same sailing as you. You can join fish extender groups or pixie dust groups, or there's like different meetups. On my European sailing, somebody organized a cruise group ice cream party and people brought toppings and people can just, it's
Oh,
just a good
wow.
way to meet people,
Well,
right?
that's fun.
Yeah.
That's very
And
Disney.
yeah, they'll make WhatsApp groups and then people kind of connect. And on this one, we did pin trading that was organized through the cruise group, things like that. Anyway, it's a nice way to connect with people. The way this sailing did their fish extender, and it's always like someone who volunteers to coordinate this, bless them. So they could be a little different depending on your group's coordinator. But in this case, there were lots of options to choose. And I signed up just for a children's fish extender group, so adults weren't getting it. Basically runs like Secret Santa is the closest thing I can think. So
Mm.
we signed up and other families signed up for the same thing, and then they matched like 4 or 5 rooms together, staterooms, and then we shared information about, like, I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, and their favorite Disney characters are these things and whatever, and we were given a budget. So it was $20 or $25 per cabin that we were like supposed to spend roughly, not much more or less than that. And you would get matched up with other people and kind of get a little information about their kids. And then so my kids and Jason and I went and did shopping for these other kids and put together little gifts. And then we had their room numbers. So once we were on the ship, we could go around and deliver like the little Secret Santa gifts. And we put little notes in ours, like that it was from us. And you hang up.
And the kids love it. My kids love to do that. Like, they
Yeah.
thought that was the coolest thing, like, the
Yeah, and it's
delivering
fun
part.
because then you're swapping gifts with these other rooms and then they're bringing gifts for your kid. So we would come back to our room and you hang the little, I have the pictures you can use, but you hang the little mailbox thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's
They look like,
hanging
are they
out.
pouches?
Yeah, with like little, just little fabric like slots, and I put the kids' names on it, and it's right outside our door. And so then people in our fish extender group who bought for our kids would drop off the gifts. And in mine, we were connected on like Messenger. And so people talked a little bit there about like, I'm going to deliver mine on this day, just like spread it out a little bit. So the kids didn't get like everything in one day or
Yeah.
nothing until the last day. Like they just spread it out a little bit. But that was fun because we kind of got to connect with other families, and the kids loved, like, coming back, and there would be little things. And then Pixie Dust, you can sign up for Pixie Dust groups, or it can be just completely informal, and Pixie Dust is, like, littler things, like Disney stickers or little wrapped candies. There was a lot of, I think, like, Taylor Swift-inspired friendship bracelet kind of things going
Oh,
on, so,
yeah.
like, little Martin got a little bracelet from someone that said Snow White and was, like, the Snow White
Oh,
colors. Lots of, like, little, yeah, little
you get
bits.
random things too. Like, we didn't sign up for any of those groups when we did it, and the kids always had, like, stuff, so people would just bring stuff and just, like, also just, like, deliver, like, a little piece of candy or something like that.
Yeah,
So for yours, you guys just put one out without being a part of a group and like people just came by randomly.
Yeah.
Okay.
just pixie dusted. And there were
Did you
people
get
on our
random stuff
sailing.
too, Jess?
Is what?
Did you guys just get random things in yours too?
We did a little bit, yeah, and we got, I mean, there was one family that made a bunch of door magnets are a really big thing on Disney Cruise Line. People decorate their doors and have custom magnets made with, like, their names and all kinds of stuff. And a family on our sailing picked my favorite pixie dust that we received. My favorite, speaking as an adult, was we got one that was a magnet that said, like, Disney Dream and then our dates, and it had, like, the ship on it, and it had, like, the cool Disney Cruise Line font, and that's, like, a fantastic souvenir, and somebody just gave it to us, like, they just put it on our door as pixie dust, which I thought was super sweet. There are also, like, door decorating contests that you can sign up for in your Facebook groups, all kinds of stuff, like different types of meetups. There was a family on ours that was, like, big into playing Lorcana, and ahead of time, they said, "If anybody's into Lorcana or wants to learn to play, we're gonna meet up a few times," like, and they shared information about when. So it can be, like, as social or not as you want it to be, and I find that it's very, like, summer camp vibes, right? Like, in my mind. I
Yeah.
never got to go to summer camp, but this is what I pictured. Like, you meet up with people, like, Jason and I kinda got, like, just, acquaintance friendly with people at trivia, or we would see the same people at different trivias, or, like, we didn't go to one and somebody was like, "Hey, man, where were you guys? Why weren't you at the trivia?" Like, it's just very casual, like, just it was fun. I don't know. I don't get out a lot.
Terrible.
Jess.
All right, cool. So I just because I remember you like really focusing on that before the cruise, so I wanted to get that in there. But how was like getting on the ship? Was it chaotic? Did it feel pretty streamlined?
Yeah, it was very organized chaos. I'm trying to remember, we were, like, boarding group 10 or something. We were before noon, which was cool. We had a pretty early boarding group for people who don't have very high status on
How did
Disney
you
Cruise
get over
Line
there from how did you get to the port?
from our hotel.
Yeah.
So, I had just scheduled a lift the day
Okay.
before. I'd scheduled a pickup time with a lift just to be sure because we needed an XL with our luggage and stuff, so I had pre-booked it, and that worked out really well. He was right on time and it was good. I tend to use Lyft when I'm in Florida. I don't know.
Okay.
And that worked well for us. And he brought us right to the port. And then there were porters waiting, like where we got dropped off from the car service. There were all kinds of, I don't know what they're called, like at the port. They had name tags and stuff, but they work for tips. So, but they took our luggage right there and just like put it on the carts. We tipped the guy and then we just go and the luggage, like, magically appeared on the ship,
Yeah.
so that was really nice, we didn't have to deal with that, and, yeah, it was pretty smooth. It was really crowded in the port. It was much more crowded. On my last sailing, we did Disney transportation, so we were boarding group 4, and we were basically, like, right after concierge, so I didn't feel the crowd the same way. We did have to sit and wait after checking in at the port,
Okay.
but we were, like, some of the very first people there because the concierge guests go in the concierge, like, reserved area. So for boarding group 4, we just sat where with this, even being, like, a little bit later, all the seats were full. It was a lot of people. It wasn't it was very organized, though, so it was fine, but and the kids were so excited, they were, like, taking pictures. Mari had her cruise ship, like, captain outfit on, and a lot of cast members were commenting on that because she
Oh,
looked like a captain of a cruise ship, so they thought that and she's cute. People thought that was
yeah.
cool. Yeah, and then they called our number, we did our photos, we walked through the Mickey-shaped doorway that you walk through to get in and
Yay.
ride the escalator and head on up and get on the ship, and it just smells so nice. They announce your family's name. And then I'm immediately like, "Okay, what's our dining rotation? What do we" I wanna go in the app and, like, immediately start looking at all the things.
Yes.
Yep.
And we did go right to Cabanas and eat this day, which was wild. Like, I did not do this last time. I
Is
went
that
Very
like
very
the
busy.
hard.
buffet?
Yeah. And it was mayhem because everybody's, like, just stepping on the ship, and I would guess the majority of people have never been on this ship or, like, this setup before, so everybody's just, like, not sure about the layout or what, and I knew that there are many sections, like, the buffet is repeated, what, like, 3 times or so? On these ships, so but the people, like, just line up in the very first spot because you walk in and you're like, "Oh, there's a line and there's the food." You think you have to wait in that line, but you can
Mhm.
keep walking, like, it's huge, it's the whole back
Oh.
of the ship. The buffet sections are repeated multiple times, so, like, you don't need to walk into Cabanas and get in line right there. Unless there's a table that you're about to like, stay right in that area, keep walking, like, it's gonna be less crowded further down, and you can get the same food, like, throughout, but Yeah, the kids that was fun because we were still docked and we kind of got to see the boats, like, coming in and out of the port from there, and yeah, I don't
What
know,
kind of food do they have on the buffet?
everything. Crab
Okay.
legs. I mean, on this day, just
Wow.
it's ridiculous how much food. It's just so much food. But yeah, tons of crab legs and like peel and eat shrimp.
My kids freaking sit there and they have, like, piles of the shells when they're done.
My
Their
kid.
buffet is so good.
It's really good. They also have like meatloaf. They have the chicken tenders and french fries and all that stuff. They have
Mickey
tons of
shaped
fruit.
loaf.
Yeah. They have I don't even know everything. Like
The
lots
desserts
of
there are
warm
so
veggies.
good.
Really good desserts, lots of, like, little yogurt, like, parfait kinda things.
They have
The
churros.
Disney Cruise Line food beats any cruise line food I've ever had.
It's
Like,
really
Good. I
good.
hope my husband
it's
hears this.
good. It's so good.
I'm gonna convince him one of these days that this is the way to go.
It is. I
It
love
is.
it. Yeah, I don't even know what I ate. I had, like, a lot of I remember just being happy there were a lot of vegetables that day. I needed some vegetables. And then our rooms were ready, like, right at 1:30. It was the time it's late, so I'm tired, but, like, whatever time they say your room will be ready after X time, our room was ready right at that time. I think it's 1:30, right?
Yep,
Something like that.
us too. Any Disney cruise we've ever done, it's always been ready. We've never had to wait past.
Mm-mm. And the luggage was right there. I don't know how they do it, it's amazing. Great logistics. And we went to the sail away party, and it was very hot, but it was very fun.
That's up on the deck where you sent me the video of them all dancing and stuff.
Yeah, and I do recommend we watched it from down on deck 11 right at the pool level this time, but I liked it better when I watched from deck 12 when I was on the fantasy. I recommend that. It just didn't work out for us this time. For our muster drill, we had to stand outside on deck 4 and we were like it was so hot. It was so hot. So we were kinda low
So for
energy at
their
this.
muster drills, you still have to like go outside. Do you like have to stand in the line with your
We did. We did. We had
the
to stand in
last?
line. And they kept, like, making us get closer to the people next to us, and we were all so sweaty. It was
That
like
all went away with COVID. Like the last ones I did, like I still had to just like sit in a spot, and then they're like, "Cool, you checked in. This is." Then they told us what we do, and we went. Cause I that is probably the worst part of any cruise. Like you endure it because cruises are amazing, but like yeah, the standing in line, you're hot, and you're waiting for everyone to get there, and I'm like, can they just get their butts here? And then they show up with their drinks, acting like,
right.
what? What? No, my butt's been standing here.
Which is strange that they do it that way because, well, we sailed during COVID and we just had to go to our muster station and they had to scan like our sail pass to show that we had shown, and that's all we had to do. And that's all we had to do. And that was Disney. And then when we were just on our Royal Caribbean, like when it was time, you just literally showed up and they had iPads and they scanned your card. That's your
Yeah,
room key to make
that's
sure
how
that you
Princess
checked in.
was.
That's
Yeah.
all you had to do.
Like, just
Disney,
proving you know where your station is and
yeah, where to go. Disney, I think, just wants to be safe.
Yeah, you can't knock safety, but those people that
But still,
are
hurry
not
your
getting
butt.
there and they're
it
Yes.
was
making me late for my drink.
yeah. Yeah, and it depends where your room is, like, where your muster station is, because some people do get to, like, do their muster drill in the Walt Disney Theater, like, you're sitting in the air conditioning.
Oh, so much
So it
better.
just depends, but this
But
one wasn't.
you didn't get
Still liked our room. I mean, I wouldn't, like, change my stateroom because of my muster station, but this information, like, you can find it online. People have mapped out, like, which staterooms are at which muster station, put it online, so if this is, like, super important to you, I don't know. I don't know why it would be, but they had us very, like, standing from tallest in the back to shortest in the front and, like, in a tight line and squished it was intense. It was very intense.
Okay.
It didn't take forever, but felt like a hot, short time.
Yeah, we just endure it. and then it's time for fun. What'd you guys do after the muster drill?
Great question. Well, after the muster drill would have been sail away party.
Oh, okay.
And then we did midship detective agency pretty
What's
quickly
that?
after that, which was super fun.
Wait, what is it? Tell me.
Okay. How do you explain this? It's a scavenger hunt on the ship. There are two different places you can go on board to pick up your like map and pencil for your writing clues. And there are four different cases that you can do. And you basically follow their locations throughout the ship where you go and scan things. It's interactive. Some of the artwork on the ship comes to life,
Oh,
gives
that's
you
cool.
clues, or you can find things to solve the mystery. And there are four different ones, but it's like you are going like deck 2 midship to deck 3 forward to deck 4 aft. Like you're really going everywhere. So you get a lot of steps in, but it's really fun. And we ended
Do you
up
get
doing
something at
two
the
of
end?
them. Sorry?
Do you get something at the end for completing it?
Honor,
No. Okay. Just
joy.
honor. You just know you're a good detective.
hmm You get to like find all the stolen artwork or the missing puppies or whatever. It's like that bits on the screens.
Oh,
There are
okay.
screens. So yeah, no, you don't really like get anything, but it's fun and you run around
And
everywhere.
you get to learn the ship more. So that's
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had early dining, so I think maybe we went back to our room and did some unpacking or whatever, but then we had early dining. We were at Animator's Palette the first night, which I was really excited about. We got to go to Animator's Palette twice on our 4 night. That's how I would have wanted it to
Yes.
be.
So did you get to do the people that come alive with the show?
No, I need to go on a long sailing so I can
What
do
is
that.
that?
Well, that's true. They haven't been doing it on our like we got to do it once on a 5 night sailing, but then the
Oh,
second 5 night sailing we went, they didn't do that.
they didn't do it on my 5 night.
But they did it
What
And
is
this
once
was
it
a
on
though?
4, and they didn't do it on this
they did
one.
it on one of my 5 night sailings, and it's my most favorite thing.
I have to go on a 7 night to do it. It's
It's awesome. It's
on
worth
the
it doing the
second
seven
night
night.
Animator's Palette on the second night, when you have enough nights on a sailing that in your rotation is that you go to Animator's Palette twice. On the second night, they do a thing, Jenny, you can explain it more than I can, where you draw and they like bring your artwork to life. Yeah?
You get a placemat, and on that placemat is like an outline of a person. And you get markers and everything, and you design and draw your person while you're eating, and then your waiter takes your placemat. They scan it through, and then Animator's Palette's really cool because it all starts in black and white. And as the meal goes, like the walls start to get color, and like the
Oh,
paintings start to get color, and it's
what?
amazing. But then they have this whole like show at the end where your drawings are like in the show. So it's like music, Disney music, and everyone's dancing, and your drawings are dancing like to the Disney music. It's so cool. So like my kids when they're like, "Oh, there's my guy," and
It's cool.
it's like the
Oh,
coolest thing. But they did it on our first Disney Magic sailing. We were in Animator's Palette twice and got to do it the second night. Other one, we still in the 5 night sailing were in there twice and we didn't get it the second night. It was like something else because I think it was Pirates Night or something that we were. It was like something like that.
We on our second night at Animator's Palette, we had Crush. It's very similar to Turtle Talk with Crush, where Crush comes around and like you
And
see
swim.
brutes going by. And my kids, I was like, my table was much better on this sailing. I complained a lot about my table on the fantasy the month before. This table placement was much, much better. But at Animator's Palette, my back was to the screens. So
Oh.
the kids were like sit because my kids need to look at the screens. But and I need to look at their beautiful faces. But Mari kept being like, "Mom, look, look, look." So I kept having to like turn through the meal and I was like, "I just want to eat my spaghetti." Like it was really, really cute. Like there was so much and it's kind of all around and Crush was like Crush didn't talk to us because we were sort of away from the screens with a good view but not like close to it to talk to Crush, but we could see and like hear the interaction with the people right near the tanks, and so that was fun. Yeah, it was cute. I enjoyed it.
I like that it's so interactive.
Mhm.
Are the
And this is
other
the
dining
only
experiences
one.
like that?
No, this is the only one on the Dream that had, like, any show to it, really. I was a little bit disappointed that at Enchanted Garden, which is beautiful, the characters didn't come through. Trying to remember, I think yeah, our only time at Enchanted Garden, though, was Pirate Night, so maybe that is why it was different, but, Enchanted Garden on the Fantasy, like, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Pluto, I wanna say, maybe Donald, came through and did a little loop and, like, a little song. They don't go table to table, like, at a character meal, but, like, they came through, they danced, they waved, it was cute. They didn't do that on the Dream, and I was frustrated because I had told the kids, like, "I think we might see Mickey," but it was Pirate Night, so maybe that's why.
And y'all look fabulous.
We really got into it, it was fun. The kids looked amazing.
On Pirate Night, do they do other pirate activities outside of, like, the dinner?
Yeah, tons of photo kind of things, like, the characters were out in their pirate outfits, like Mickey and Minnie. Chip and
Nice.
Dale had their bandanas and, like, eye patches and vests, they look really cute. Stitch was piratey. Yeah, so that's a
Fun.
big I mean, for
They
me,
have
that was a
Jack
big plus.
Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Oh, and they get usually they'll have, like, Hook and Mr. Shmee.
Mhm.
We got pictures with them, which was
Well, that's
Daisy.
awesome.
Daisy looked cool as a pirate. Yeah. And Jackson met Captain Jack Sparrow at can't remember which day that was. Must have been Lookout Day. We met him on shore,
Okay.
so that was cool. Boy, I'm trying to yeah, maybe that. But I don't know, and they have trying to remember, like, what else they have that's piratey. They have the show up on deck 11. There's a fun
Okay.
pirate sing-along kinda show that happens, and fireworks. We had fireworks,
You do
so that was
fireworks
mhm.
on the cruise ship?
Yeah, yeah.
on Pirates Night, they do them.
Only on these, like, Bahamas, Caribbean sailings. They don't do fireworks in Alaska
Fireworks on
or
cruise
in
ship.
Europe because rules and regulations, but in the Caribbean,
You can do whatever you
you get the fireworks, and it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah. I have
That was
some
amazing.
little bit of video of that, but
Jake better
yeah,
watch
and
this
then
up.
that night, pirate night, I had to do laundry. This was, like, toward the end of the sailing, and I like to do laundry on vacation. So I threw laundry in and Jason and Mari like went to bed at a normal hour and Jackson and I stayed up late and he watched Funnel Vision. Well, we watched Funnel Vision
Funnel
together
Vision's so fun.
and it was Pirates of the Caribbean, one of like the first one or something, I don't know. And he's never seen those. So we got pizza and we're like watching the movie while my laundry was running. It was really cool. I really liked it. I
You
want to
say
do that
Funnel
again.
Vision, is that, like, the outdoor movie?
Mhm. Yeah. Up on
Very
the big
cool.
screen on the pool deck. They close down the pool, right? Make it just the deck, put up all the chairs. They set up all the, like, lounge chairs, like a drive-in movie theater, basically, and it's really fun because you can get pizza and stuff until pretty late, like
Mm,
11 or 12, and it just hits just right to watch that outdoor movie, and it's warm because you're
I
in the
still need
warm
a blanket.
place.
I
It
still
was
need a
so
blanket.
nice, yeah. So that was really fun. We stayed up until, like, 1. I had to drag my laundry. I was very spoiled on the Fantasy. Deck 6 forward on the Fantasy and Dream have a really good laundry room. It is big, and it's a good one, and I took that for granted on the Fantasy. I didn't realize that that was, like, a special extra nice one. The laundry room on Deck 8 where I think I went deck 8 aft. That's where the laundry room is. It's in the app. When you're in the Navigator app, you can see I can't you can find where laundry locations are. They'll tell you where they all are. But I was dragging our laundry because first I went to the one closest to our room, of course, and that only had, like, 2 washing machines and they were full.
Mm.
So then I went to deck 7 and that one was full. So then I went to deck 6 and I was like, welcome home. This is the right laundry room. Like, this is the one. But I was really dragging my lawn. There were, like, other what I assume were moms, like, also dragging their dirty laundry through the ship at midnight that night, like, looking for laundry, but it's really nice when you do your laundry on Disney Cruise Line because it's all through the app, so you pay and you throw your stuff in, and then it tells you in the app, like, "Your laundry's done. Come change your laundry." So I could go back up and
Easy.
watch the movie and
Yeah,
just chill. And then the app would just tell me, "Now it's time to change your laundry," or "Get your laundry out of the dryer. It's done."
I love that.
Yeah, it was nice. I like it.
Well, I feel like on that clean note, we should end today's episode and then next episode tell everyone about the awesome ports and the kids club that they have on this ship because your kids seem to really love that.
Yeah, and so then I really loved it too. And remind me, let's talk about, we did some fun on board. We did, like, a paid onboard alcohol tasting thing, and
Yes.
some of that
Okay.
stuff's fun to talk about.
Y'all better stay tuned because she's gonna spill it all.
My husband went to the spa, I did not.
He did.
Cats and
Yeah, he
dogs.
did. He got acupuncture, right?
Upside down land, he did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So next time, lots to talk about.
Next time.
Lots to talk about. But in the meantime, book your there are so many good promotions for Disney Cruise Line right now. I am constantly, like, looking at my calendar, trying to find where there's, like, a time for me to get back on a ship with these deals. They're so good. The
Good
prices are so
deals.
good. And if you have a Disney Visa card right now, you can get a $250 onboard credit. There's good stuff.
Lots of good stuff.
It's a really good time to, like, try out one of these shorter cruises because they are more budget friendly than ever.
Awesome.
Yeah, reach
All
out
right.
to us.
If you want to book with either Jenny or Jess, check out our website. We have a way to get a hold of them and they can help you out because obviously they've done this. They've done this. So
We've gone
check us
out
out
of
in there.
a lot of ports to when you put us together. We've, like, hit all the ports,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
help people.
Right. Also, in the meantime, find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and as Jess likes to say, smash that like button and subscribe button.
Smash those buttons. See you next week.
Bye.